Back in 2013, Offset was showing off his stacks of cash and his brand new Rolex. We'll fast forward the clock 5 years and we see the man now at his 27th birthday, where he's rocking an outfit designed for an Egyptian pharaoh, complete with a gold mask, gold breastplate, as well as a golden cape. That night, his record label gifted him a brand new Rolls Royce, but it's not like he really needs it. Offset already has a small parking lot of whips, including 2 Bentleys, 2 Rolls Royce, a Porsche 911, and him and Cardi B picked up matching Lamborghini Aventadors. I think that's how you say that. When it comes to ice, well, Offset has a number of rings, grills, and chains, including his quality control pendant and his Incredibles pendant. He's also got a 65 carat raindrop piece, and his $150,000 Trap House chain, well, that was gifted to him by Cardi B herself. Don't worry, he got her back with a $500,000 engagement ring. Now, it's not just gifts between the couple, he's also gifted his mama a Range Rover, and a man who saved his life, well, he got him a brand new Nissan Altima. Now, Offset, he's said to be the biggest spender of all 3 Migos. I mean, over on Instagram, he's actually posted photos of him eating stacks for breakfast. I guess he deserves it. Once upon a time, the guys, they were selling drugs out of a bando. Look at them now. After finding local success in Atlanta, well, the boys, they took $4,000 and invested in recording equipment and quickly turned that into $1 million business. Now, this was from the release of their album YRN and the track Versace. They went from requesting $15,000 for a performance to demanding as much as $200K. And always, they want to get paid in stacks. And this all took place in just a couple of short years. Now, just last year, the Migos, their net worth was estimated to be $9 million as a group. But things, they've progressed rather quickly. Now, it's impossible to know what kind of money Offset actually has tucked away in his bank account, but the majority of online sources peg his net worth to be around $16 million. And, well, that gives him more than enough money to throw around. I'm gonna walk you through Offset's financial come up, where the money's coming from, and how he spends it, here for you, of course, on The Rich Life. My name is Michael McCrudden, and we dropped a Rich Life video on the Migos about 1.5 years ago. Now, back then, the majority of you guys, you picked Offset as your favorite Migos member. I'm curious to hear if he's still your fave. Now, as always with these Rich Life videos, we ask a question that we'll answer at the end of the video, and today's question is, how many children does Offset have? Sound off in the comments down below. Of course, this video was brought to you by our good friends over at Candy Pens. Be sure to check them out as well. Let us know who's next. All right, let's get into this Rich Life.
Man, which one is it? I got this, but I don't ever feel like, you know, I feel like the underdog. I like to feel that way.
Offset was born Kiari Kendrell Cephas on December 14th, 1991. Now, he's cousins with Quavo, who is Takeoff's uncle, and the boys, they grew up extremely close to one another. The boys went from wrestling in the backyard to pulling burglaries and selling drugs. They did what they had to make their first bit of bread. Now, Offset, he also tried his hand at football, but his short fuse reportedly landed him in military school. He was also apparently quite the dancer. Quavo had been rapping throughout his youth, and he encouraged both his cousin and his nephew to join him. By 2009, the group were dead set on making it as a trap trio that would change the game forever. They dropped their first 2 mixtapes in 2011 and 2012, and besides some local club play, well, their music, it quickly began to spread online, and that's when the money really started rolling in. Now, it's estimated in 2012 that they pulled in $1.5 million, $2.3 million in 2012, $2.5 million in 2013. The game changer was a $4,000 investment in studio equipment that allowed the boys to put together their mixtape YRN, and this really catapulted them to fame.
How do you feel about people deeming you guys as modern day Beatles?
Fire. Dope. Hard as fuck. We cuss on that. Straight from the trap. Gangsta.
Now, they went from charging $15,000 a show to $40,000 overnight. And, well, it ain't just studio albums and touring that have earned the Migos their millions of dollars. They got revenue coming from all sorts of places.
I got 15,000 for my birthday, 15,000 for my birthday.
Their YouTube channel has pulled in over 3 billion streams, with another 777 million for their track Bad and Bougie alone. So that's easily like another $6 million right there.
Good morning, America.
All right, let's talk about what Offset spends his money on. Now, besides covering some legal fees for his incarceration back in 2015, well, he quickly got to work spending his money. One of his first big purchases, well, it was a house for mama.
But what was like the first thing you bought when you got out and had some money?
My mama's house.
Before the boys moved into their separate mansions, they were originally splitting the rent on a $2.3 million mansion in the Atlanta suburbs of Stockbridge. Now, at the age of 25, Offset, he decided to move out on his own. And the address and the cost of this place, it's still a secret. But what we do know, he shared via Instagram. And the place, it looks like a castle.
Castle. 25 years old.
It was described in Rolling Stone magazine as an endless white mansion flanked by tall trees. Now, him and Cardi B, they had plans to build their own forever home in Atlanta, but I'm guessing those plans, they're currently on hold.
I guess we grew out of love, but we're not together anymore.
Now, Offset, his first ride was a Dodge Challenger, but he lost this one in a near-fatal car crash in 2018. Now, for the man who pulled him from the wreckage and got him to the hospital, well, he gifted him a Nissan Altima, and this would have cost him easily 30 grand.
It's my boy. Jamal called me. Saved my life when I had that accident. He was the only one that seen it, helped me get out of the car, helped me walk, get to where I had to get to, so I bought my boy a car.
After the accident, he also gifted Cardi B a new whip, well, just because.
So happy. Babe. I love you.
Alright, it turns out it was her birthday, but then she went and traded that in for a truck, a G-Wagon. Now, Offset, he's been no slouch in showcasing a few more of his whips, and this includes a Mercedes Maybach and 2 Bentleys, also one of which is a Bottega SUV, and it's got that blood red interior.
It ain't tear right there, man. I make a whole jet one on my rip. Ooh, this bloody.
He was arrested earlier this year driving in a 2014 Porsche 911. Now, Offset and Cardi, they also decided to get some his and hers Lamborghinis. His is green and hers is baby blue. And these are both worth an estimated $300,000.
Offset like, bro, we have enough cars. He's like, you're right, we have enough cars. I don't even care no more. So guess what he do behind my back? He went and bought himself this car.
Now, Cardi gave an interview to Rolling Stone where she described the main floor of Offset's house being one massive closet for all of his clothes. Now, it's impossible for me to walk you through everything that this guy's bought, but he loves his designer brands. And on one trip to the Gucci store, well, there he dropped $100,000 easily. But before we get into that, it looks like it's getting a little smoky in here. You've all heard of Candy Pens, right? Well, if the name doesn't ring a bell, I got a good feeling you've seen them before. Now, Candy Pens, they were voted Best Vaporizer of 2017 by High Times due to their combination of high-end technology and flashy design. And Candy Pens, well, they're quickly becoming the go-to choice for rap and hip-hop artists. I'm talking co-signs from the likes of DJ Khaled, A$AP Rocky, Amber Rose, Fatboy SSE, you name it, they're all supporting Candy Pens. Now, A$AP Rocky, he's got his own line called the Flacco Jody Collection, and Amber Rose, there's reasons you've seen billboards of her all over Los Angeles sporting her own signature line. Now, Candy Pens, they are for those 18 years and older, so, make sure you're of age when you click that link down below. You also get 25% off by using the promo code BTWF, so be sure to go ahead and, well, happy vaping. Alright, now let's get back into this rich life. Wrapping things up with Ice, well, Offset, once again, he's no slouch. In an interview with Billboard magazine, he counted up the cost of the jewelry he was wearing during the interview, and it totaled over $300,000. This included the rings, the bracelets that he was carrying in a Louis Vuitton case. Then there was another $160,000 in watches. We're talking a Patek Philippe and an Ottoman's Puget, both of which I'm sorry if I butchered the names of. You guys know I can't afford this stuff. Can't even say it.
I still got some on too.
Hundreds of dollars being spent. Hundreds of dollars being spent. Hundreds of dollars.
His raindrop chain had set him back $100,000. He also got his Offset chain, his quality control pendant, and one of an Incredibles character. I think that's correct. At the time of this recording, the man has more money than most can ever dream of. Now let's just hope he doesn't lose half of it in his divorce. I'm just kidding. I hope that doesn't happen. We're rooting for them to get back together. And plus, Cardi, she's actually the real breadwinner between the two. So she might actually owe him money.
I only got one birthday wish, And that's to get my wife back, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of things on the media.
Anyway, Offset, he needs that extra dough because he's already a father to 4 children. Yeah, that includes 2 sons and a daughter from a previous relationship. All right, I'm wrapping up this episode of The Rich Life. Be sure to let me know who's next in the comments down below. My name, of course, is Michael McCrudden, and thanks to Candy Pens for sponsoring this video. Now, we're going to do one on Takeoff because I promised you I'd do it before the end of the year. I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!